Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide target and invalidation levels for the present accounts. Let's get going. Starting from a higher time frame, let's go through the options that we had. This is one of the main ones where we have this as a wave 1, primary, 2, 3, and currently making the primary 4. Then we had this one as a possibility where we had a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending the wave 3 here instead of here. So again, at that point we would have possibly smaller wave 4 here, at least in time. The other possibility is that we ended this whole correction all the way up here. Now we would be looking either correcting at least this part or something larger, if something indeed ended here as a higher degree count. Now, looking at this count still as my main scenario where we have some kind of A or W, whether W starts here or here, it does not really matter, at least for the wave 4 of primary. A bit of different targets overall, but the same idea of having 3 waves coming here. Now, whether it is WXY ending here or here, we have a few different alterations here as well. First one is this one where we are looking for a diagonal. This would indicate that we have an either A, B or C here, or that this is a leading diagonal into something larger of a correction. Okay. On this one we would look at an ABC into 1, ABC into 2. Now we would be looking into ABC here for the third. Possible completion down here. But we are really needing to start to pivot higher here for the wave 4. Invalidation for wave 3, if indeed wave 4 or wave 3 has not completed yet, is right here at 23k. At this point we are no longer looking at a contracting diagonal, instead we would be looking at an expanding diagonal. At that point again, depending on how low this wave 3 goes, we can take a look at the minimum targets for wave 4, but that will show us the way at some point. Then we have other count saying that we could be in a wave Y here of a WXY. WXY here into W, WXY into X, and now again 3-way structure looking for something to complete here. We have a couple of different possibilities. One is saying that we had 5-way move into A, 3-way into B, and now looking for 5 waves to end the C wave here. 1-to-1 extension right here at 23k, when I showed you some time ago all the confluence for that 23k area. We can take a look at that as well. Here we would be looking this as a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, and now looking for the last leg 5 if this wave 4 here is completed. Now overall we don't really want to see this going longer in time, because it is already taking so much longer than this possible wave 2 up here. Then we have this one saying that we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of the A, B here. Definitely possible. On this one though, we would be looking to create just the A wave here, then looking for higher prices in B, and then C for the wave Y to end. Definitely possible as well. Now the confluence for this 23k area, I covered this in one video. We had multiple sets of confluence there. We had 38.2 of primary, or this red count here. From these lows here, the possible wave, let's see, there we go, possible wave 2 to wave 3, and again, whether it is from the wave 3 is up here or here, does not really change the target here for this wave 4. 23k area still. Now, there's also confluence in time, looking at this trend lines coming down or this parallel channel. We could be looking at some kind of these extensions. We just hit the 1-to-1 extension and the 1.618 extension on the higher time frame, but again loads of confluence around 23k. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on smaller time frames as well. So again, here's the overall picture, and now let's dig into these ones here. So one idea was that we had a ABC coming here, and one idea is that A is completed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 4 is very small compared to wave 2 here, but again, it is possible. Other one is saying that we had this as a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, really not really good looking structure here overall, but again, wave 2 and wave 4 are somewhat comparable here at least. Then on this one, we would be looking for the wave 3 as here, and then wave 4 completion possibly here, or within higher time, or within reach at least. We don't again want to see this wave 4 to go further, as it would really mess with the time element here compared to the wave 2 here. Now wave 2 already was so small that we can't really compare it to wave 4 at all. Let's take a look at the 4.236, if that is even close to it. And yeah, wave 4 here, even here it would go beyond this one. So yeah, they're not really comparable, unfortunately. Now let's zoom into this mess here in the middle, or in the local time frame. Here I've got a WXY possibly completed, and the wave 4 could be here. Then we could be starting something new, a wave 1, 2, or an AB if this is something else. For this one, we would be looking for 5-way structure here, and yeah, that is what it looks like to be printing. Yesterday's video, I think we were talking about wave 3 here, 4 and 5, but I said that wave 3 again is way smaller than the target area of 1.618, so that is definitely not too likely. We have now gone above the 1.618 here, and now currently backtesting this trend line, or this parallel channel that we had from 0 to 2 and pivoted from 1. Basically backtesting it here not too long ago. On RSI we still have this downtrend and trend line coming down. We could be tapping this trend line again and reverting down again, or we could be pushing through it and saying that we have something completed here. Whether it is actually the wave 3 or something else, we'll see. For wave 4, we would be expecting, if this wave 3 is completed here, we would expect a 38.2 retracement here, and a waste of time here as well. So we could be looking at 14th of June, so that would be Tuesday, right? At that point again, we would be around this trend line of, the parallel channel of this pivot here. Again, there's a couple of different ways to look for the wave 4. If we are indeed seeing now pivot to higher, we could be looking at this as well as a new channel. Again, this would be drawn from 1 to 3 and pivoted from 2, and the trend line, or the parallel channel where it meets the 38.2, is a very likely count, or very likely area. Now at this point we would need to start pumping here for the wave 4, and this would be early morning tomorrow, at least for my time. Yeah, and that would be wave 4. Looking for wave 5 then, and we'll see how that turns out. But this looks pretty good at the very moment. It is very likely that this is indeed an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and not an ABC, just because we are getting very close to the 1.618 of this higher time frame count of this sub micro count, which is this greenish color. Now I would almost confirm it right here at the 1.618, but again, we have seen wave C's gone way further, all the way to the 2.618, so it is definitely not certain. Other counts we had presented was this one, where we had a W, X, and then we had an A, possible B wave, and then C wave. Same thing here. We could be looking or saying that we have wave 3 done, looking for wave 4 and then 5, and at this point we would be completing wave B, and then we would be looking for higher prices. Again, from the pivot of wave 5, we would be looking 5 waves up, 3 waves back, and then jumping into the trade with a known stop in place. Of course, you can be looking at divergences as we are forming for the wave 5 here and jumping into that one as well. Invalidation levels for this B wave, or this whole idea of ABC completing the wave Y here, would be around 25.5k, at which we are again at that 1.618 extension or retracement, sorry, of this A wave. We had also this presented a possibility of this being a bullish case, saying that we had a micro 1, micro 2, sub micro 1, sub micro 2, and that definitely had to be finishing up there. Currently we can't, this is invalidated, this idea of this being a micro 1, just because we have gone below the start of the wave 1. To say that this is whole structure is wave 2 is really unlikely, really unlikely. I'm just going to keep this count still alive until it gets completely invalidated, but definitely very unlikely of a scenario. We can get a scenario or wave structure for sure here fitting this count, but how likely is that? Not very likely. Then I had this is a new count that I created again, just because I had some other ideas going on. W here, X here, Y here, completing a 3-wave structure completely. Wave A here. Then we would be looking for wave B, a 3-way move here, A, B, and C here into W, A, B, and C, or running flat here into X, and then another A, B, and C coming down. Now again, we have gone beyond the 1.618 extension on this A, B, C count here, and it is not that likely to happen. Also, this triangle here does not really fit too well. We do have this as an A, B, C, D, and E. The D wave here is the highest on RSI comparing to previous structure, so that does not really fit the structure too well, but I wanted to share this as well, just a possibility. 1.618 extension of this WXY is really close as well, around 27k exactly, or 26.98k. It is really close. Currently we have made the new low on RSI, which would suggest that whatever this structure is coming down, at least this is going to be the wave 3, as it is lowest on RSI on 30 and 1 hour. Let's take a look, yeah, on multiple other time frames as well. So yeah, most likely this is going to be invalidated sooner than later. But yeah, that is everything I wanted to share today on Bitcoin. If you have other accounts you would like me, if you would like to share, there's a link to my Discord server in the description below. Also, if you would like me to update a certain other asset, let me know in the description of the video as well, or comments. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. Also, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Bye bye.